to EDAS, Editor Assistant. This is a short tutorial on how to set up a basic conference in EDAS. To create a conference in EDAS, go to Conferences, Create. You can either create a brand new conference from scratch or from an existing conference. For the purpose of this demo, we will create a new conference from scratch. Click on Create from Scratch and enter the required fields denoted by red asterisk. And check the box to agree to the terms and conditions for the use of EDAS. Once created, click on the conference name. The conference is set up immediately. There is no confirmation email. To set up the tracks, go to Conference Tracks. Every conference needs at least one track for authors to submit papers. You can edit the parameters by clicking on the Edit Pencil icon, or you can also add additional tracks at the bottom of the page, like so. The next step is to configure review parameters. Go to Reviews, Configure. Check the basic review parameters to make sure that they reflect your conference. You can edit these parameters by clicking on the Edit Pencil icon. We can also create a basic review type by entering the label for review. Next, we will create and customize the email templates. Templates are used to send conference-specific email and to create conference web pages. Go to Conference, Email, Web, and Visa Letter Templates. Templates contain variables enclosed in curly braces that are replaced by the appropriate value, such as the name or the author or paper title. If you click on a sample template, you will see that you can edit the subject or the text of the template. Next, create review forms. Go to Reviews, Review Forms, and click on Numerical Score. The next step is to invite TPC members, Technical Program Committee members. You can go to People, TPC, you can either add them individually or in bulk, or you can import them from a spreadsheet, inherit them from another conference. After you have added the TPC members, you need to send them invitation emails using the Notify menu on the People TPC page. You can also send a call for papers by going to People, Send Email, and check the appropriate boxes for sending CFP. Authors submit papers during the next phase. They register their paper details, title and abstract, and submit their review papers. At any time, even after the deadline, you as chair can submit papers for others via Papers Submit. To set up the conference registration events, go to Conference, Events, choose the registration currency, and in Conference Events you can set up the required fields. And then you can click on the row Student to enter more details. The next step is to assign reviewers to papers. Note that the review process goes through a number of stages. Reviewers are assigned to papers either automatically or manually, typically in multiple iterations. In the automatic model, TPC members first select topics of interest from the topics defined in the conference configuration. They then claim papers that match their interest, grouping them into 4 categories from those they want to review to those they cannot review. Once papers have been claimed, the automatic assignment mechanism, accessed via Review's Assign page, proceeds to assign reviewers to each paper, trying to balance both the review load and to make sure that each paper has the right number of reviews, preferably from reviewers who want to review the paper. In the manual mode, the chair can assign to TPC members by accessing the papers via the Papers List and Export page to first list the papers, then access a particular paper and add reviewer one at a time. Once reviewers have been assigned, they are notified of their assigned papers using the Review's Notify Reviewers page. The next step would be to accept and reject papers, and you can do so under Review's Accept Reject Papers. Note that you can collect copyright forms within EDAS. As soon as you upload your LOA for IEEE conferences, we will then request the copyright code from IEEE. Another thing to check for your conference configuration is your conference permissions. When you go to Conference Configure and Permissions, check to see that the role have the appropriate permissions set up. Other features in EDAS are Conference Configure, Visa Letters, or Conference Travel Grants, and we will feature these separately in separate individual videos. This concludes our short tutorial on EDAS. Thank you for your time. For questions or more information, please feel free to contact us at the email listed on the slide.